Should be live right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of background noise there.
Yeah, I can hear some background static.
Yeah. Let me just see if I shared it in the right group. Always good to actually see this. I think we're live. Yeah. Just checked.
Awesome.
That's looking good. Nice. Good software already.
Awesome. Yeah. Just for this use. Awesome.
Yeah, so let's just wait for our direct community members to hop on for a couple of minutes and then just start. I really like the slides you've done. I know it was a quick job, but I can see I really like the subtle touch in the lower right corner where you folded the paper. It's probably just a template, but I like it.
It's just a template.
Cool. Nice
Observation. I didn't even notice it until now.
You're a designer, Fuzzy, as well,
Yeah,
which is good. I can actually change the slides as well, which is awesome. Seems that there is a couple of watching. I think there's Joe already watching. There's Original, my buddy from the Netherlands watching as well. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Let's just wait for another minute or so, and then just do a deep dive in the custom fields, tags, global fields, and how it all ties together.
Sounds like a plan.
So yeah, guys, Joe, hope you are doing well. Original, hope you're doing well as well. We are using a different software this time. It's called Big Marker, which is primarily used for webinars and what we're going to use for webinars in the future as well. But it seemed like they had a cool Facebook Live feature. And right now, it actually allows us to get things done very easily when compared to the other software we have been using. So yeah, this is basically a test run. If this is going to, or if we are going to screw this up, bear with us. It's a new software we're trying to learn. So, but from what I see right here, the quality is actually pretty good.
Pretty good,
so, yeah. What do you think, Fauzi? Are we going to start?
Let's see. I'm trying to see how many people are currently on. Cool. Check, double check from Rishnal. Yeah, lots. The room is gonna be full in that time. Awesome.
I think that's the curse of doing things at an early American time, I guess.
Yeah. Cool, just doing the last.
We do this at this time, guys, because then when we're still fresh, and if we don't do it at this time, you get like a very low energy webinar or a live training, and this is why we do it at this time. But yeah, go ahead, buddy. You're up.
Awesome, cool. So let's get started with today's training. So it will be about some of the features that are commonly used in Clever Messenger, but a lot of customers don't really know the differences between them or how to use them the right way, if you want to say that. So what we're going to tackle in this training today is tags, custom fields, global fields, and segments. These features are very powerful when used properly, and we're going to go into them one by one. And at the end, we're going to demonstrate a giveaway flow, which combines all of these features, which are the tags, custom fields, global fields, and segments to create a powerful giveaway flow. So let's get started. We're going to first start with tags. So I'm not sure if I'm just going to ask this question, see if we get some feedback from the guys. Not sure if you are familiar with tags or not,
I think Joe is not sure.
but there is a 30 seconds delay. So
Yeah, like 30
yeah,
or
Joe is
40
probably
delays.
very familiar with tags.
Uh,
Yeah, cool. So what tags allow you to do is basically allow you to attach tags, which are like a little notes on each subscriber based on their behavior or actions in order to segment or target them later when needed. So what tags allow you to do is they allow you to just like attach events with customers or actions they do so that you can target them later. So an example is you can tag a group of subscribers who were interested in a giveaway so that you can target them later. So in your bot, you ask a question, are you interested in our giveaway? When they click on yes, you add a tag to them, which is interested in giveaway. And Clever Messenger will always remember that this particular subscriber is interested in your giveaway. So this piece of information is very important later when you want to segment uh, a group of subscribers who are interested in your giveaway, or if you also want to send broadcasts to this set of subscribers. It's pretty simple, yet powerful. We're going to demonstrate how it works in a little bit.
Yeah, just to intervene right there, I just want to add something too. So each and every customer that actually comes into Clever Messenger through the chatbot actually gets hit with a couple of questions, on which the first question is actually asking more about the level of interest you might have in a chatbot service as or like Clever Messenger. And we actually give two options: very interested or just looking around. And based on what they are clicking or you guys have clicked, we set up a different tag. And we actually change the tonality based on what you have clicked. If you were very interested, we actually change it just a bit, tone it down. And if you're just looking around, then we know that we need to follow up with a different message. So that's actually a way you can actually use text as well. I think Fauzi just demonstrated this or told more about this as well, but I just wanted to add this little example in right in as well.
Awesome. Thanks for the intervention there, Stefan. Clears up stuff more. So we're going to move to the second feature, which is custom fields. Custom fields allow you to basically extend the information you have about your subscribers. So whenever a subscriber or a person becomes a subscriber into your bots, you have a set of attributes which are available to you by default, which are the first name, the last name, the gender of that subscriber, the time zone where that subscriber is. You also get the locale or language of that subscriber. So you also get the profile image. So this is information that you get by default when someone subscribes to Clever Messenger or to your bots through Clever Messenger. But in a lot of scenarios, you need more information about this subscriber. So you would need to have the address of that person. You want to have, for example, the age of that person. You want to have other information like their t-shirt size. If you are having a t-shirts giveaway, you want to have their favorite car. If you are running a car, an ads or a campaign for a car dealership. So you just have a lot of questions you want to ask your subscribers, and you want the answers to be tied to this particular subscriber. So this is what custom fields are, and this is what their use is. You have different types of custom fields, and we will see them later in this video. Or what I can do is I can just, while talking about each feature, I can actually demonstrate this inside Clever Messenger. So I'm going to share my screen.
Cool. So can I just
for that, sure.
Explain more about the difference between tags and custom fields? Because this is
that's actually a good point.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you wanted to address this, but this is actually a common question we actually see in our support desk as well. So we do have a short article on this in the support in knowledge base. But yeah, in short, basically tags allow you to track the behavior of your subscriber inside your chatbot. And a custom field is basically to capture the user input, any input they put in. And if you specify the custom field to capture it, it will capture that input. So it's really as easy as that. They do look alike from at a first glance, but they are different. They have different use purposes altogether. So again, to summarize, a tag is to track the behavior of the subscriber in your chatbot, and a custom field is to capture the user input of that subscriber. Go ahead, Fauzi.
Yeah. Awesome, cool. So thanks for tackling the difference. It's a question that we get a lot, and people get confused where to use what, at which time, or when. So that should clear up the doubts there. Now, in order to create tags and custom fields, is straightforward. I'm going to demonstrate this at the next point. At a later point. So I'm going to talk here about global fields, which is something we recently added to Clever Messenger. And they allow you to store information related to your bots. Now we will also, so custom fields and global fields, they look a little bit similar in their naming, but they are very different. So custom fields, they tie information about your subscriber. So each different subscriber will have a different custom field value. For global fields, it's something that is related to your bot. So it will be static across your bot and for all your subscribers. So, for example, you want to store the location of your physical store for your brand or your company, which you have a chatbot for. You do store this in a global field so that you don't have to reinsert your physical address each time you create a flow. You might also use global fields. For example, if you have a set of coupons you want to distribute, for example, you have 100 coupon, and you want to see a Clever Messenger to actually remember that you have 100 coupon, and you want to actually increase or decrease that quantity depending on certain actions taken by your subscribers, then you would store the initial 100 in a global field, and based on different actions, you can increase or decrease that. But the point is, a global field is a value which is related to your bot. All the subscribers will see the same information, and it will not be different from one subscriber to another. It is very useful. You can also use them as canned answers. For example, you have a set of questions and answers, and you can just add them as global fields and insert them in your flows. And whenever there is an update to this question, you can just update the global field related to that, and it will be reflected throughout your post. We will get into more details about that in our demonstration. Not sure if Stefan wants to add something about global fields right here before we move on to the next slide.
Yeah, I think you pretty much nailed it all. The only thing I want to give a little bit more emphasis is that the use cases for global fields really are not limited to just placeholders. It's just like Pasi said, there's a lot of use cases you can actually experience with global fields. But you guys will see that in the demo we are going to do. Let me just go here, see if we got some more people on. Welcome, guys. If you're in at this stage right now, again, welcome. I can see Jerry joined. Hey, Jerry. Hope you are doing well.
Jerry.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Awesome, cool. The last thing we want to tackle here in our slide is segments. Segments, they allow you to target a group of subscribers based on different criteria such as tags, custom fields, and global fields can be used optionally as well. So what you saw earlier is we have tags, we have custom fields, and we have global fields. Now we have this segments, which allows you to actually target a group of subscribers based on these tags and the custom fields that you saw earlier. So let's say that you want to send a broadcast to a set of people who are interested in your giveaway. Then what you need to do is you will create a segment inside Clever Messenger, and you will specify the tag which is interested in giveaway. And you might also just add an additional condition, which is their t-shirt size is not empty. So that will enforce to send or to target only people who are not only just interested in your offer, but who only have filled a t-shirt size value. We will see that in our demonstration later, sorry. But this is what a segment is. They are used in conditions to create conditions or to target a group of people. So they can be used in flows and they can be used in broadcasts.
Cool.
Nathan would like to add Stefan to the segments.
No, I'm actually really excited to just give the guys a demo.
Awesome. So it's demo time. Now we're going to get rid of these boring slides and get to the action. Everyone loves this. So I'm going to share my screen right now.
It seems that I can actually draw on the screen as well. So if anything is not clear, I'm not sure if I'm able to do this with your screen share though. So it would be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool to be able to draw on the screen. Yeah.
Are you sharing your screen currently?
I'm not sharing my screen. I'm trying to share it. So please bear with me while I do this. So we need to do is click on share screen, share in, and it should be loading.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see.
Is that the case?
Yeah, beautiful.
Awesome, cool. So we talked earlier about, we started with tags. So we're going here to create a giveaway flow, which will demonstrate all of the features that we saw earlier. So we started with tags. Let's go ahead and create a few tags over here. So to create tags, you go to the tags manager, which is under your automation navigation bar. I'm going here to delete all these flows right over here. So that you can start fresh.
Right now?
And then I'm going to add to...
I cannot see the screen moving or your mouse moving. I'm not sure if that's only me.
Oh, really?
I can see it, yeah. I can see it now, but yeah, it's working again. So I'm not sure if it was only me, but now it's working again. So you can go ahead.
Awesome, cool.
Perhaps it's good to get started.
So as mentioned earlier, yes, as mentioned earlier, to create tags, we go simply to the automation navigation menu over here, and we select or we click on tags. This brings us to the tags manager where we can create our tags. So for this giveaway flow that we're going to create for this demonstration, we're going to create 2 tags. One for people who are interested in our giveaway and one for people who are not interested in our giveaway. So your tag can actually be named however you want it. It can contain spaces, it can contain underscore, dashes. So it depends on the convention that you use by your team, then you just use that style here, but we do support all the stylings for naming your tags. So I'm going to create one which is interested in giveaway. There we go. And I'm going to create another tag which is not interested in giveaway. So that's it. We went here and we created our tags. So here I can see that I made a typo. I can simply go and rename. It should be giveaway. Awesome, that has been fixed. Now, second thing we were going to do, since this giveaway will be about a t-shirts giveaway, then we're going to be asking, or we want to get the t-shirt size from our subscribers. So to do this, we create a custom fields to hold that t-shirt size. So to do this, we go again to our automation menu and we click on custom fields. It will bring us to the custom fields manager. So here I have already a custom fields created. I'm just going to delete it so that we can start from scratch. So I'm going to create here click on create new. Then for the name, I'm just going to have t-shirt size. And here for custom fields, you have different types. You have text, numeric, email address, phone number, location, and URL. So if you are interested in getting about information which is string, you use the text type. If you're interested in getting information about something which is numeric, for example, the age of your subscriber, then you would select the numeric type. But also, if you are going to ask about an email address or phone number, you have their corresponding types over here. If you are interested about a location, meaning here latitude and longitude, then you are going to ask to select the location type. And if you are interested in getting a URL, for example, you want to get your subscribers' websites or LinkedIn profile or Facebook profile or this kind of information, then you would need to use URL type. So here we're going to use text since we're interested in t-shirt size, and I'm going to click on create. Now this is done. We're set for the custom fields that we needed here. One last thing I'm going to do here is move to global fields, and I'm just going to, inside our giveaway flow, I'm just going to have the physical address of our store, maybe to pick up your shirts. It's just a demonstration here, because when you give away shirts, you ship it to the address. But let's imagine that this flow tests the people you won. You fetch your t-shirt from this address. Then we're just going to create a global field to hold the store location. So I'm just going to name it store location.
So when you
same types.
The type, I actually want to ask you a question. I know for a fact that inside Clever Messenger, if you ask for an email or a phone number, and a user puts anything other than an email in or a phone number, it recognizes that it's not either an email address or phone number, right? So does this work the same for the numeric value, the location as well?
Yes, that's the reason for this, yeah. So that we can actually add rule enforcement where the value is not numeric, then the user will actually have to input it again until it's numeric.
Cool, yeah, and otherwise they will get that invalid message, and you need to try again, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so it's something we can actually demonstrate on the end result too.
Yeah, but currently we're asking for t-shirts, so that's that will not be demo today. So yeah, cool.
Perhaps at the end.
That's a good question. Yeah, cool. So here we have the same types for the global fields as well. So here, since we're going to have a store location, we're going to input the store here. So one of the differences between custom fields and global fields is global fields, you already specify their value because you know it, and as a bot information, you know that's specific value for. But for custom fields, you don't have a value input here because it's something that your subscriber answers. It's not up to you to have the value there. So here I'm just going to have XXX address, city, country, so that we don't write something and it ends up to be a real address. Just make sure that this is not a real address. Then you can have a description of your global fields. This is useful because it's very recommended that you use global fields inside your bot, and it will get to a point where you will have a lot of global fields in your bot, and you just want to have a description so that if you have a team working with you, they know what this global field is about without having to worry too much about where to get this information. So I just have a description here saying that this is used to have our store physical address, for
Yeah,
example.
this is something we, by the way, got on the global fields and not on the custom fields yet.
Yeah.
So if your question is why don't we have a description field on the custom fields, it's because the global fields actually got developed after the custom fields, and we thought of the description later. So that actually needs to still be added to the custom field creation and probably the tag creation as well. Simple addition, which we can provide somewhere additional to you guys as well.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for bringing that in as well. Yeah, descriptions need to also be added to custom fields, obviously, because
Definitely.
your team needs to know information about that, or just yourself need to know that, because what usually happens is we create a custom field, then after 6 months we forget why did we even create that custom field and why it's even used.
That happens.
So that would save you from these headaches.
Yeah.
So now that this global field is created, I'm going to create here a segment. So the segment is a little bit different. It's not under the automation menu, but it's under the audience menu, because it actually segments your audience. So to do that, we click on the audience menu right over here, and we click on segmentation. Then I'm going to actually create a new segment by clicking on create new, and I'm going to name it interested in, or I'm just going to say eligible for giveaway. So this segment will hold up the people who are eligible for the giveaway. And once I click on confirm, I will be redirected to segments builder over here, where I have a lot of options. So first, we're going to need to select an attribute. So we need to start with something, obviously. So here we have different options. So you can segment based on system attributes, which are available by default when someone subscribes to your bot. So we have the first name, last name, gender, entry point, language, tag, or weekday. So you can segment on those attributes. But you also have all the custom fields that are created inside your bots also available. So you have here t-shirt size, phone, other language, other information, location, and email. We also have the global field, which is the store location. So here we're going to use two things. We're going to use tag. So I'm going to select tag. And here we also get a few options, either tag equal or not equal. And we have the tags that we have in our system. So here we have interested in giveaway and not interested in giveaway. Obviously, to be eligible, you have to be interested in our giveaway. So I'm going to select that. Yeah, so that is one thing that we can add over here. But just to make this more a little bit more dynamic, I'm just going to add another rule by clicking on the add rule button. And I'm going to actually also select here t-shirt size. And we can actually make not equal and have an empty string over here, so that it's not empty. We should actually add a rule here which is not empty, so that it makes sure that that the t-shirt size that the person gave is actually a valid one. But what we could also do is we could have created a segment for people who have only the M t-shirt size. As you can see here, that the segment will target the people who are interested in your giveaway and who have as a t-shirt size M. Here you have an and or switch, which you can click on. So if I click in on or, then the rule will become an or. So if they are either interested or they either have a t-shirt size M. For example, this example that doesn't make much sense over here, but for example, you can say either the person is interested in the giveaway, or if they are female, they are eligible by default. So you can just use the or. So even if they don't have this tag, just because they are female, they are eligible. So you can add as much rules as you want, and you can just switch
Not fair.
between them. Sorry?
That's not fair.
Well, females deserve more things. Cool. So yeah, so you can add as much rules as you need, and you can just enforce them that they all have to be met before the segment converts,
There's a max
or
though,
one
right?
of them. Sorry.
I think there's a max in terms of rules we can actually add. I think there's up to 10.
I think there is no limit over here. So there is no limit for the moment. So you can guys make use.
I'm not sure why. This is something we need to pick up then after this this call, because in one of our segments I couldn't add more than 10. So that's something we definitely need to check. But let's do that as after this call.
Yeah. Cool. So this is how we use segments. Once you are satisfied with your segments, by the way, as you add your rules, you will see the subscribers who actually meet the criteria. So, for example, if I just do here male, since here I have all, since I have only 2 subscribers, I see that the segments. I see the subscribers that match the segments. This example here, me and Stefan do match the segments. Of course, if I just do and, no one matches the segments because we didn't even create the flow yet, so no one is interested in our giveaway yet. So we'll just leave it as simple as it can be, which is just being interested in our giveaway. We'll actually make this segments convert. So once I'm satisfied, I just click on save and our segment is actually saved. Now, before I move to creating the actual flow, let's see if we have questions.
Currently checking. There's a lot of new people on and off of this live. I can see new people joining, which is good. No questions so far. Only one from Jerry, which I already answered. He actually wants to know more about the contact reach integration and the redeem coupon or remove subscriber from campaign. I already told Jerry that this is the Chatbot Basics 101 training, part 3, and that you should definitely hit up Joe. Joe the Goat Farmer, you know him. I think I'll send you over to Clever Messenger. And he has a cool little tutorial, Fuzzy, and a little live about this as well, which is cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely hit up Joe for that tutorial right there. We just refresh, guys. So if there's any questions, just let me know. Just put them in the chat. My regards to your nephew who's driving to well.
Yeah. Also cool. So we're just going to continue with this and create our giveaway flow.
I'll intervene if there's any questions coming in. I can look at any questions right now. You know, there's like a 30 or 40 seconds. So once those questions come in, yeah.
Awesome. That's cool. So let's just continue with our flow. I'm just going to create a new flow over here and call it giveaway flow. We already have a giveaway flow, but let's just call this giveaway flow V2 version 2. So we're going to start from scratch over here. I think I'm going to start with the condition. So here, what you want to do, you can, of course, freely create your flow. But here, since I already know I already have a plan of my flow, I'm just going to start with the condition cards, which you can drop from the actions tab over here or section. So I'm going to put a condition. That condition cards will actually have 2 connectors, which are the true and false connectors, as you can see here. Then we have placeholder, which is specify a segment, since we didn't specify any segments yet. So to specify segments, you click on the cogwheel over here, which will open up the settings. And here where there is the segment picker, where we can actually pick our segments. So here we have two segments in our bots, which is the check 12 hour and eligible for giveaway. So that's what we want to select here. So we will start our flow with checking if the person is eligible for the giveaway. So if the condition is true, we will move to a place in our flow, or if the condition is false, we will move to another place in our flow or sequence. So when the person is not eligible, or
So what's a specific reason for recreating this entire flow, bro?
so the reason here, sorry?
What's the reason for you recreating this entire flow as you already created this before?
Yeah, just to start from scratch, show people how they can actually create each specific cards. Yeah, because doing from scratch is always more insightful than just showing something which is already created. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe is actually mentioning that there's background noise. I can hear it too. Perhaps there's a way for you to minimize that background noise. I think the background noise is your nephew, so perhaps you can.
Yeah, let me just pause my screen over here.
Yeah,
and
not sure. Not sure what he's doing right now. Cool. Let me just take it over for a bit, guys. Sorry about that. Gonna see if I can share my screen. There we go. There we go. Let me know, guys, if you see my screen. I'm just going to take over here for just a bit. I do need to check out some stuff right here. So Fauzi was actually working in this flow right here called giveaway flow 2. And let me just speak right here in giveaway flow number 1 to actually see what he was up to building. All right. Well, since he used an image thing, and I think we're actually going to use this flow in order to give away a t-shirt later on this training, which is pretty cool as well. Let me just go in right here. There we go. Yeah, so now I'm a bit afraid, so I'm going to actually just go over the giveaway flow right here because Fauzi still has his screen open. I can see on the other giveaway flow, and I don't want to hurt his progress. So perhaps I can just go over this part right here, which kind of got lost in all the confusion and the background noise. So yeah, so we're going to start off this flow with a condition card, and this condition card actually needs the segment we have created before, which in this case is the segment eligible for giveaway, and then it actually checks if the segment is true or false in this case. Now, what you can do with a condition card, you can send users onto a different path based on what they, if they are actually in that segment or not. So if you guys remember correctly, if you go back to segmentation right here, we just created this little segment right here, and the tag is equal to interested in giveaway. So it basically checks if they are interested in that giveaway. That's what we are actually asking with this segment. And then if it goes to true and they match the tag, it will actually go to a specific path. And if it's false, then it will also go to another path. Not sure if Fauzi is already here again. Could
Yes,
hear something.
yes, I'm back. Yeah.
Cool. I just explained the condition card a little bit more. I think you should definitely take it over because were right in the middle of something. Hope you
Sure,
got
cool.
the issue fixed right now. So I basically went over again to actually, in short, tell them what the segment was about, how to what is actually checked with the condition card, and what happens once a subscriber is either true or false.
Sounds good. Thanks for doing that.
Sure. Let me
I'll
just
just hop in again and share my screen.
sure. I also gave them a little preview of the flow you've already created, so I hope that's okay. It seems that you're going to use this flow for the giveaway as well. At the end of this
I
live,
think we should also use it for the giveaway.
yeah, it would be really cool to actually just
Yeah,
experience it flow, and then we randomly pick one of
yeah,
the people out. That would be cool. At the end of this video, we probably need to congratulate someone for another T-shirt giveaway as well. So please do
yeah.
remind me. Yeah, go ahead. I think we're not seeing you on screen, which is fine. You do need to set something up. There we go. Seems that Marco van Troba also joined us. Thanks, Joe, for the call out. Sorry, guys, for the background noise. Should be all fixed right now. I think you're,
Awesome.
from what I can
Awesome,
see,
cool. So,
you're good to go.
awesome, cool. Yeah. So here I have my screen being shared. Is that the case?
That's the case.
Okay, cool. So let's imagine that the person is interested in or eligible for our giveaway. Then we're going to go through the path, and for this path, we're going to actually ask them for the t-shirt size since they are now eligible for this giveaway. So what we do here is we use the ask for cards. We have a set of cards over here, one for the email address, one for the phone number, one for other information, and one for multiple choice if you just want to have multiple choice questions. So this is what I'm going to use here, since we have a defined set of t-shirt sizes that we can actually give away. Then I'm just going to use the multiple choice card. So once you drag and drop it, you will see that a few options will be populated over here, and you will have an invalid choice connector as well. So let's just connect these two cards over here. Once this is done, I'm going to configure the multiple choice cards by clicking on the cogwheel. So here, I'm just going to say cool, then first name. What's your t-shirt size? And then we're going to have all the options here in quick reply. So to add choices, you just add quick replies over here. So we're going to start with S, then with M, L, XL. I'm not even sure if we have the XXL size, but we should probably provide that.
Yeah.
Cool. Then the last thing we need to do here is select the custom field that we want to save this information to. So here is the t-shirt size custom field that we have created. And that should be it. Now we are ready to actually get the t-shirt size from our subscriber. Now, if that eligible condition is false, then we say, sorry, you're not eligible for this giveaway. Just going to say, sorry, first name. You're not eligible for this giveaway.
So what's the actual part where the tag gets applied for that segment? Because
Yes.
from what I'm looking, it actually doesn't make.
Yes, we're going to use that. We're going to use that after getting the shirt actually.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, just because we had the different segments, the flow have is changed. So either the person here, when you have the multiple choice, you can connect any of the choices to a certain card. Now I'm going just to connect them all to a perform action card that you can drag and drop from the perform actions section. And either this person gives an S, M, L, XL, or XXL choice, meaning that they gave a choice about their t-shirt size. Then I'm just going to add a tag over here, which is a tag, for example, uh, sent over shirt size.
Yeah.
So
Perhaps it's
here,
also good to inform what happens with this tag, even because we have seen that you did not create this tag,
yes,
right?
yes, that's a good
So perhaps you
remark. Yeah.
can elaborate a little bit more on that, what happens, and if this tag is already added right now, or if this happens later.
Yeah, that's a good question. So as we saw earlier, you could create tags from the tags manager, but you can also create it from the flow composer. So the moment I will hit save over here, this tag will actually be created inside Clever Messenger. So that's in case you forgot to create it in your tags manager and you just want remember to do it here in the flow. So you can do that, and it will lead to the same
Is that the
effect
case?
as.
So if you can just show that to the guys as well.
Yeah, sure. I'm just going to save my flow here so that we don't lose it. I'm just going to connect this to here for
Yeah.
now. Save the flow. And I'm just going to go to the tags manager. And I find the third tag that was added, which is sent over short size.
So, yeah.
And was created just now.
So yeah, just like Fuzzy stated, if you create or add a tag that's non-existent inside the Flow Composer, it will automatically be added to your text manager as well, so that you can actually see it from there too.
Yeah.
Another cool thing is I would like to know, and perhaps our subscribers as well, is more about that invalid choice, which you actually link back to the multiple choice.
Yeah. So here, because we have selected a multiple choice cards, then we want the user to, or the subscriber to specify an answer that falls between or just is one of the choices that you gave. You don't want someone to write, for example, here XS as a size because we don't support the XS size. Or if someone just writes B as a size, which is, I'm not sure if it exists in some other words, but you don't want people to write this invalid data. So what this is the invalid choice connector here. So what this invalid choice here, it will automatically detect if the person selected one of the available choices here. And if it's not the case, it will trigger this invalid choice connector. So what we usually do is we
Do a tag card, right?
connect it with another card. For example, saying when there is an invalid choice, we say that, for example, first name, your choice is invalid. Please try again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we
so
simply,
if you basically link it back directly to the card, so essentially a loop, it will loop that card over and over. But by implementing a text card in between with a little bit more information, so in this case, your choice is invalid, please try again, they actually know that they need to provide their right choice, in this case, clicking the buttons. And Fuzzy can actually make it more clear by specifying this in his card, stating that the buttons should be clicked.
yeah,
So, but for now it's okay. It serves the purpose. The only thing
yeah,
you need to do right now is basically adding linking the
connect.
next card to the multiple
Yeah.
choice card again.
So after that, I'm just going to link the text card to the multiple choice, and it will trigger back the multiple choice so that they can actually input their choice again. So
Mhm.
Stefan usually likes to call it you make an X. As you can see here, the shape is like an X.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
So once they have entered their t-shirt, we just add a tag that they sent over their t-shirt size. That we can just send a card that you will be notified if you won, for example.
Mhm.
So that should yes, if I'm going to add the global fees here because we didn't showcase it. So you'll be notified if you won. You can always visit our store located in. And here, instead of inputting that address that we specified earlier, which is XXX address, city, country, because you might use this address in a lot of cars and in a lot of rows. So you just don't want to write it every time and copy it and paste it every time. And it also happens that you might change your physical address. And when that happens, you don't want to go back to all your flows and edit your physical address. So to do this, you just insert the global fields right here, which is store location. And it will automatically replace the store location with your physical address that you have specified under the global fields value for this particular global fields. So I'm just going to hit save and save my flow. Then I'm going to actually try this flow. Now, if I go to triggers and try to trigger it via m.dos meaning,
So in the meantime, guys, you guys can actually ask questions all the time. That's
going to hit
fine.
save.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So if there is no question, I'll just continue with this. So the moment I've entered my m.dos meaning, I get this. Sorry, folks, you're not eligible for this giveaway because I'm not falling under the eligible for giveaway segment. Remember that earlier we have set that segments to convert when a person has a particular tag which is interested in giveaway tag. So now this happens in other flows. So you can have a previous flow where you ask first the people who are interested to go to a certain sequence, and once this is done, you add the tag to them. Here, I'm just going to add this manually. This is also another place where you can create tags and assign them to your customers or your subscribers. So I'm just going to go here to tag just to guess the right tag and assign it manually. So interested in giveaway. Now I've assigned myself this actual tag. Now I can try this flow once again. So here we got a different message. So now we got cool. Fauzi, what's your t-shirt size? So now we have, since we have added that particular tag to our subscriber, then we fell into the second spot, which is true. And then we are going to the spot, which asks us for the t-shirt size. So I'm just going to type something, for example, here, B. And it will say, Fauzi, your choice is invalid, please try again, and it will ask the question again. So here, I'm just going to use M, since that's what I usually wear. And we got our last message, which is, Fauzi, you will be notified if you won. You can always visit our store located in, and you saw that the global field was replaced by the address that we specified as a value in it automatically. Now, if I go back to my audience,
Cool.
and check my profile, I will also see that I have another tag which was applied automatically, which is the sent over shirt size. So now we know that also that person entered an actual t-shirt size, and we can use this tag to know, to target uh, the particular subscribers that not only were interested in the giveaway, but also have went through the flow and sent over their shirt
Yeah.
size.
So basically, I just want to intervene right there.
One thing you will notice as well is, yeah.
Yeah, can I go ahead? Yeah, thanks. So at this point, at this stage in time, a person has not only specified he's interested in the giveaway, but also sent over their shirt size, which means they're more committed to actually getting that free giveaway. And that's actually how you can use tags as well in some way. And we'll do this in the more advanced training series, but just a quick look in the future. You can actually use this to score your leads as well. So basically, if we were to give the tag interested in giveaway 1 point and then send over the t-shirt size 10 points, we can actually at a glance quickly see which lead is more interested to actually receive, in this case, the free t-shirt giveaway. Perhaps it's not a good example for the flow we're actually building right now, but if you're going to use this in, for example, a qualifying lead flow, then you would like to, you probably would like to use some sort of tagging system combined with lead scoring as well, which allows you to quickly get to those clients that actually are more primed to get what it is you're selling, it either be your service or product. So that's something I just wanted to add there, Fauzi. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. You always bring in marketing tips. So
Yeah,
thanks for that. Yeah. Cool. So what I just wanted to mention more is that if you also check the custom fees section for your subscriber, you also see that the t-shirt size is now available as well, and you see the value that the person has entered. Of course, you can also reuse that custom fee to, for example, that particular person changes their mind and they maybe entered the wrong size. They find out that they were L instead of M. Then you can build probably a flow that tells them you selected M. Is that your final choice? And you can actually make them readjust their choice or things like that.
Cool.
So that should be it for the giveaway flow. We're going to use something similar at the end of this training for this week's t-shirts giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, please let us know.
Cool. So we got a couple of people at or on the live right now, I should say. Guys, if you guys have any questions, then please, and now is the time to ask them. Otherwise, we should probably already shoot over the link for that chatbot. So anyone who's actually live right now, we can actually send that link over so that they can enter the chatbot, specify their t-shirt size, and then we can get that going. So let me just explain a little bit more about the t-shirt giveaway we're going to do. Fauzi will set up send a link into the chat right here, which will lead to the actual chatbot. This chatbot will ask probably, I'm not sure, are you going to use the same chatbot you've just created so that the people can actually experience it from a subscriber perspective as well?
Yes. Yeah, that's
Cool.
going to be the case.
So I'm assuming that you're editing it right now. So what it will ask for your t-shirt size, which is something you need to specify, of course. And then you experience it from a subscriber point of view as well. Then we are later today. We're actually doing a random draw and trying to get the winner for that T-shirt as well. So, guys, I'm still waiting for any questions. If there's any questions, then please set them up in the chat right now so we can get them answered for you. If not, I'm just going to blab about something else and go over to the other giveaway we've done so far. So I do think that I want to highlight this as well. So I'm just going to share my screen for this while you are building out that flow in the background. So this is for the last giveaway. So in the last let me just ask Jerry. I think Jerry is live right here. Jerry, is it okay to showcase your flow live on this webinar right here? Because you were actually the only one that followed suit on the assignment, which was basically creating or recreating the support flow we did on the previous live, and therefore you are also the only one eligible to win the free T-shirt for the rest. So congratulations, Jerry! Really, a job well done. You've not only shown us the recreation of the flow you did, but you also shown us another flow you created, and we were actually pretty blown away from what we have seen. Thanks, Razi. I'm turning the link. Cheers.
Welcome.
Okay, so Jerry is saying, yeah, go for it. Let me just do some stuff right here before I share my screen. There we go. Really quick. Perhaps you can already send the link over, Fauzi, into the live stuff so that people can already experience the chatbot from their end.
Yes, sure. Let me do that.
Cool. I actually need to log out and go over to Jerry's account. So thanks for your permission, Jerry. I'm going to take over your account and just show how I found it really, really cool what you have created. And let me just do some cool stuff right here. Cool. So let me share my screen. There we go. Sharing. There we go. We should be. You guys should be able to watch my screen right now, which is cool. Yeah, got confirmation, which is awesome. So yeah, the only thing we asked for in the last training is to recreate either the support flow or the lead generating flow, and that's something Jerry did very well. So if you watch the second training live with us or on replay, this is actually what you had to create. What I would have loved to see is actually a little bit more creativity on this, but it's good enough. And because you're the only one, you are actually getting the free T-shirt, which is pretty awesome, I guess. Congrats on that note, Jerry. But then I got actually curious after our little talk privately, and I went to this welcome message right here, and this guy really blow my socks off. This is really cool. So you can actually see that Jerry right here is already actively using different cards, like asking for an email address, asking for a phone number. And I think he's using this for a restaurant. He's going to a restaurant bot or flow rather. He's going to use for clients, and he's going to use the contact reach integration which yeah, for people who don't know, is a cool little integration we did with both Jason Bell and Joe the Goat Farmer, who is live with us on this live as well. And they have a pretty cool little software which allows you to do more cool stuff for clients. A little shout out right there for Contact Reach. I think the software is really cool. And yeah, Jerry right here did an awesome job in actually creating this flow, as you can see right here. So I wanted to showcase that in particular. And I'm not going to show it right here on from the subscriber perspective, but this is actually how fast you can get started. And this is already a complete flow that hooks right in with another third-party application. So that's what I wanted to actually show you guys. Perhaps Fauzi already, I'm not sure what if you already went ahead and shared the link, Fauzi.
Yes, that's already shared on our live.
Cool. Awesome, thanks. So yeah, Jerry, I can see from the chat, you are indeed the winner because you're the only one who actually submitted it. So congratulations for that. I'm not sure where all those other people went. I think the previous live actually got over a couple of hundred of views, and at that stage we only had 600 members in the group, which is now more close to 800. So more than half of the group actually watched the live or have seen bits and pieces. Didn't want to do anything with it. So that's your action right there, and you are rewarded with a cool little T-shirt right there. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, thanks for letting me showcase this little flow and highlighting you in particular. In the last training, we actually mentioned that on this training we would reveal who won the free T-shirt, and that's you. So again, I think this is the third time. Congratulations. So let me just stop the screen share right here. Do you already see some subscribers coming in, Fauzi, on your end for the?
Well, let's see. Yes, we have Brian, we have Steve, and we have Reginald.
Cool, nice, guys. So going through that flow, do you guys think that that's a cool flow?
Should be the case, right? It's a flow which gets you free T-shirts. Why wouldn't it be a cool one?
Right. So perhaps you can actually showcase and share your screen again and show the guys right here how the audience page actually looks like. But you can show how that actually looks like on their user profiles and how the tags are being added.
That's a good call. So the moment we've sent an m.me link and you guys clicked on it, you are becoming subscribers for this particular bot. And we can see your subscribe time when you were last active, and we can just click into your profile and we get the different tags. So here, sent over T-shirt size, and we get the T-shirt size that you've actually used. And we also see the entry points that led you to become a subscriber. So we know that you have followed this particular link before you become a subscriber to this bot. So you can also use these entry points for later segmenting purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Here, same for Steve. We have the tags and the T-shirt size, same for Reginald.
Yeah, cool. Nice. Very cool.
Cool. We also
the first thing that actually is very remarkable right here from this thing right here, the audience page, is that under the gender column, I can see that Steve has an undefined gender. Now, this can be serving the entire trend of the Me Too movement, but I guess it's not. Can you explain a little bit more why it's saying undefined while we can see that Steve is a male?
Cool. So sometimes you will not get the gender here for the audience. There are a few cases. If they come from certain capture tools like the checkbox capture tool or from the Facebook post engagement capture tool. But it might also be the case if you have a certain privacy settings under Facebook which don't let you share your gender with third-party apps. That might also lead to the fact that you will get here undefined instead of male or female. So that's something you could also integrate into your flows, and you could use segments
Pretty
if you.
important. Just to please go ahead with creating that segment right there, because at this stage in time we can only create a segment for male and female. That means that if you're going to create a segment based on either a group of males or females, in this case, that those people can only receive your message if you use it in conjunction with a condition card. Now, if a person has an undefined gender, the person will never receive either the male flow or the female flow. So this is something we probably need to add here too, Fuzzy.
Yeah, but what you can just do is do two conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Gender not equal male and gender not equal female. And you end up with Steve, so that you can segment on those people who haven't
cool. So
have
it's actually
their
already possible. I really didn't know that.
their type, so that you could.
Very awesome.
Yeah. So you could then ask them a question, what is your gender? And you can actually just get that piece of information. Basically, that's also how powerful the segments builder is. It just allows you to do about anything about any information you have or even don't have inside your bot, so that you can fetch it later on when needed.
Cool. Nice. I'm just checking the chat right here, and I can see that there's a little bit more activity right here. So I can see saying Steve just stopped. Not sure what that means, Steve. I can see Joe that he needs a goat-sized T-shirt. You can probably add size G in it as well. Then we got Joe saying open live and can add text there too. Yeah, so perhaps you can actually demonstrate the live chat for a little peek right there, Fuzzy, so that you can showcase that once you're actually talking with people from the live chat, you can actually add text right there from the live chat as well. Are you hearing me?
Yes, you were breaking up, so I didn't hear anything of what you were saying.
Cool. So let me just demonstrate it on my end then. I'm sharing my screen right here.
Sure.
I need to actually log back into the training bot again. Let me just do that and log out from Jerry's account right there. And quickly get the there we go. Log in. So this is actually what I think Joe wanted to mention. So this is the live chat right here. I just quickly navigated from the dashboard right here to clicking on this live chat right here. And then as Joe mentioned inside the live, you can actually, while chatting with other people, you can actually add text right here as well. So for instance, if there is a customer issue surfacing inside Messenger and you would like to help them, you can actually add a specific tag like customers already helped or customer has an issue with this or that, and then you know where you actually left the conversation. But you can also leave these tags for other team members so that they know where you left off the conversation, or use them as little notes, if you will. So let me just go ahead. I can see that, for example, my team gets notified when a human is needed. They can chat live and remove the tag. The human is needed, so the automation times to escalate do not run. That's pretty sweet setup. I'm not sure why you wouldn't do the this thing right here though. You have the automated replies from happening. So in this case, Joe, I'm not sure if this is the way to go. So if I go to in your use case, you're actually saying that you don't want automation to happening. Then you actually click on that button right here and stops the automated replies from happening until you actually click on that thing again. So not sure what I'm missing there, buddy. Jerry is asking, Joe, does your training video dive deep into contact reach, including actions? Yes, it does. Seems that Joe's already done. Okay, cool. I see no further questions right here. I'm also not sure where my co-host is. This is a live with a lot of weird things happening. But let's see, guys. If there's any questions regarding segments, regarding global fields tags, or how to use these in your flows, then please do note that the time to ask questions is right now. If not, then I'm going to probably stop with the live. I'm not sure where Fauzi is either. Usually we end these things together, but it seems something came up. Let me just... And what we are doing is we're still waiting on any questions. Cool. Cool. I think that's it then, guys. We're going to stop the live right here because I'm not seeing any questions come in. I do want to thank you for your time. What we are going to do with the T-shirt giveaway is we are going to do a random draw later today once more people actually come in. I can see some people are actually already in the audience right here. We can see that Steve has actually entered the chatbot flow. Original has entered the chatbot flow. Brian has, and another Brian has, and Jerry as well. Now, do know, Jerry, that you cannot win more than one T-shirt, so you're disqualified for this one. But thanks for trying out the flow. Really appreciate it, buddy. And thanks again for allowing me to showcase your flow really quick earlier on this live chat. Seems that Fauzi is back on as well. Welcome back, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was about to actually stop the live right here because I don't see any questions coming in anymore. Guys, last call. If you have any questions regarding segments, regarding tags, global fields, custom fields, or anything at all, now is the time to get some more info about that right from Fauzi and me. If not, then you have to go through either support to get that stuff cleared up, or wait until I finish with the stuff about this soon as well. The stuff meaning training videos. Sorry about that. I got distracted. Just like last time, my girlfriend is actually waving and all that stuff. Even when I told her that I have a training call right now. So Wasn't that clear? I guess should be the next case, guys. Again, yes, Jerry, you can always use two shirts. Yeah, but we have to give those other people, other valuable Clever Messenger members a shot too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks,
And then I was
guys.
asking for the topic next
Pleasure.
week. Probably next week we either go into a little bit more flow composer based stuff, trying to see what we're if we can add a little bit more to that as well, because yeah, the flow composer itself is basically a big feature. Yeah, like we mentioned in the last training, it's the beating heart. Everything actually revolves around the flow composer. This is where you basically create your entire chatbot, right? So we are going to do a deep dive ourselves and see if we can come up with some more basic need to know stuff. If that's not the case, we are probably are going ahead with some of the capture features, and we probably cut those into parts as well, and demonstrate a couple of case studies, because in itself, each and every capture feature, I can talk about each and every feature for at least 1 or 2 hours with all the bells and whistles we have going on. But again, we need to keep these lives very simple and straight to
Yeah.
the point. Then there's also, yeah, we slightly touched upon live chat. We probably will want to take that with us as well, but there's not much to mention other than we did in the other trainings as well. So yeah, it's either that, Joe, either um, more about the flow composer, or we are going to move ahead with the capture features.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question. Yes, Jerry, definitely watch the other training videos. I actually created a another post earlier, I think yesterday, which actually has the links to the live right here on Facebook. Alternatively, you can get in contact with support. They actually have the links on to the training which are hosted on on Vimeo as well. Now, Vimeo usually has a little bit better playback than Facebook. It's not as laggy as Facebook can be during, especially during these lives and during playback of lives. So you might want to reach out to support and get those Vimeo links sent to you so that you can enjoy a better quality of the video. This one will also be uploaded to Vimeo as well. Cool. I'm not sure if we missed anything. Let me just go over this quickly and go over the calendar right here. Yeah, we touched upon tags, custom fields, global field segmentation, condition cards, and how to tie it all together. And the Q&A is there as well. And we did the free T-shirt giveaway as well. So I guess that's all.
That's
Yeah, that's it. So thanks guys for watching this live. Let's see. Okay, so last time going through the chat. Okay, sure, Jerry. Thanks, appreciate it. And Joe is actually saying, actually, you guys have quite a number of good posts in this group worth reviewing. Yeah, so most of the posts we actually do are not all about the integrations, which are basically due later. Some are due later this week as well. But some of the posts we do are very insightful. So please do go through this entire group and see if you can get some value out of those posts as well. Yeah, on that note, I do want to sign off right now. We are going to release a couple of more integrations, a couple of more feature updates. Perhaps, Fauzi, it's cool if we can actually add the description to tags and
Custom fields.
custom fields?
Yeah, to
That's
custom fields,
possible?
yeah. Tags, don't think so.
Cool. Yeah, I know, because of the restructure you're doing, probably. There is the integrations. Can you tell more about the integrations which are next? Because I know for a fact that Aweber was uh, asked for and Webinar Jam. Perhaps we can release both.
Well, we'll see about that. We might just make a poll for our group members, see which they want to have from a set of integrations, and we just pick the one that gets more votes, just like we did last time with the other integrations.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good. Yeah, that's that, I guess.
Cool.
Okay, cool, guys. For anyone who watched it till this point, thanks for watching. I really appreciate the attention. I hope that this throughout the or despite the confusion somewhere in the middle, still made you watch, and that we actually delivered. If not, any feedback is appreciated, and we want to learn how to better get this information to you as well. So if you got any feedback, then just send that stuff over as well. We want to be the best we can be, so any feedback will definitely help us out as well.
Yeah.
So that's basically it. Fauzi, I want to thank you for taking the lead this time. A very interesting approach, but perhaps we do it a little bit different next time.
That's for sure.
So that's something to think about. We did the again, Gary, congratulations with your T-shirt. I will actually hit you up for your address and some other details as well, so you get that to you. And some of the other people right here you see on my screen will actually receive the T-shirt as well. So I'm gonna let this contest a little bit run a little bit longer for at least a couple of more hours. For people that are about to jump on the replay or seeing it just now. But I do want to give you guys who have been with us for the entire time a little bit more of a head start, so to speak. So you guys probably, one of you guys will probably win the free T-shirt as well. All right, that's that, guys. Thanks for watching this live. That wrap for now, and we'll probably see you guys in the next one, which is happening next Wednesday. And yeah, as I mentioned in other lives as well, there's going to be more generic training videos, which are very spoon-fed. Hand-holding videos where I actually take you through each and every step from start to finish. We actually had that done almost a year ago, but since we did a lot of updates and the interface and the UI actually changed, we actually need to redo those and make those more congruent with how the app is looking right now. So that's something that's to look forward to, I guess. And yeah, guys, that's
I think we have to end this meeting today. So thank you guys.
I really wanted to see how much more I could talk before they actually release it.
Before you actually die.
Right, okay. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna stop the screen share right now, and let's see. I end the broadcast as well. Okay, thanks.